What's up, summoners, and welcome back to another RiftGuides WildRift video. Today we are going to take a look at Fizz in the jungle role, and we are going to teach you everything you have to know, from jungle clearing, how to approach fights, and most importantly, how to play fights. You don't want to be that kind of guy that gets completely caught off guard with their pants down and then absolutely owned by the enemy team. So after watching this video, this will never ever happen to you again. So let's tackle the build first. For your runes, you'll go for First Strike, Sudden Impact because you want the Magic Pen, which you always get from your first ability and third ability, Mark of the Week, Eyeball Collector, and Giant Slayer. Alternatively, just go for the Zombie Ward, which is also relatively easy to stack depending on how many wards you get to clear. After playing this game, I even got the idea of maybe starting to take Bloodline on this champion, just so I have some extra form of sustain on the map. However, that's an experiment that we'll be doing in the next bigger patch. Now let's talk about the items. We start with the Boots of Mana. Then afterwards we go for the Prophet's Pendant, and then we sit on the Prophet's Pendant. With this, we have 33 pen and we deal true damage or near to true damage to most of the enemy champions at that current point in time, because we only have to pay a little amount of money. After spending these 2,400 gold, we then move over to getting Rabadons. Raw AP is very OP on our champion, so we get that as fast as possible right after. Then it's time to get our Lich Bane. We want to poke the enemy with our lovely trident to instantaneous death. So Lich Bane just works wonderful with how our champion is designed, with a quick one-shot combo. In this video, because I was lacking some sustain, I thought of something, okay, this will be lowering my damage, but it will grant me some sustain, so I went for the Rift Maker. In reality, you would go for a normal pen item, which in this instance would be Awakened Soul Stealer or Infinity Orb. And then afterwards, you would go for the one you don't have, and then potentially Void Stuff, depending on how much magic resist the enemy champions have. In some games, you will even be presented with a game where you don't need Void Stuff, so you can just focus on Flat Pen and then pick up, for example, the Rift Maker alongside it, because you want some extra sustain. Just take a look at the enemy items, and if you don't see any magic resist, you're not forced to really buy Void Stuff. But very important for this video is, Rift Maker was not an item I needed to buy, I just wanted to try it out and see how it goes, just for me to get some extra sustain. So with all of this dealt with, let's take a look into the video. Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the Fizz in the jungle. The fish actually clearing jungle and clapping some cheeks on the Rift. As you know, the lovely control ward that we always place at the blue buff, if we path towards the blue buff, will help us to not get absolutely surprised by an enemy jungler having taken our jungle camps. Caitlyn mid going strong, and as a Fizz you start with your second ability. If you are an absolute demon god, you can even use your second ability's resets on different camps to get multiple resets. So take a good look. As my second ability is about to reset, here, you can see that this next hit will kill this one with an empowered auto attack. So then this one will be reset, and with it being reset I can use onto another minion. So I'm basically faster, and I have it for the red buff as well. My Ornn is an absolute demon god, completely Astral Blasting the Fiora, which is not supposed to be like this, but Fiora just had a little encounter with the tower, but you know how it goes. And yeah, we are lovely clearing our jungle, as per usual. You're playing jungle, you want to clear jungle camps, and life is good. Here we basically employ the same tactic. We use our AoE ability, our third ability first, then we try to target a little one of these goblins, and then we get a reset on our second ability. We use our first ability as a fadeaway, and then we transition to the next camp. As of now, we are basically fully functional, but we see the Lee Sin, we are basically content with just fully clearing our jungle, it's okay. What we can do now is telling our teammate, hey, you should be careful. And another thing we can also do is we could potentially go for the crab now, because we saw the Lee Sin on the map. Personally speaking, I don't really care about crabs. They're technically speaking worthless compared to normal camps, and I want to get my normal camps as fast as possible to respawn, so I don't really care. With the things happening mid lane, there's not much I can do about the situation, so I will not even bother, and I'll just keep on clearing my jungle. Many people will say, yeah, but what about the Scuttle Crab? Yeah, I could have gone for the Scuttle Crab, but then if Lee Sin comes to my camps, I'm not the happiest about this one, even though he was rather low here. But we saw him leave towards the other side of the map, which then allows me to just go for the crab. In a perfect world, I can take a look into the enemy jungle and place a deep ward into it. Alternatively, I just reset and buy boots. If I can keep my smite here, I can do this with taking a look at the enemy jungle camps, or I just go for the free kill on the Annie or getting a flash. Look how I approach this. I assume that this area here might be warded, so I take the furthest route on the wall and try to sneak up on her. I will hit my ult. Yep, I hit my ult, but if she flashes away, yeah, it's basically over. I get stunned, it's fine, I can just Q away and go for my reset. So even though I lost the majority of my HP, but it is not too much of a problem because I wanted to go base anyway. If she had Ignite though, life would have been very sad. Now we pick up our lovely boots and an M-Tomb. And now you know already what we're gonna do, we go back to jungle clearing. We see the enemy mid laner is using her spells and there's an unfortunate Lee Sin incident, but he fails to jump in front. Oh, it's a tragedy for the Annie. But yeah, we're basically back, chilling, farming, getting to scale. We can make the next play around our ultimate cooldown if you really desire to, and other than this, it's just free money getting. As you see on the map, the Fiora is playing very aggressively, and this is something we can use the moment we take the red buff. If you're playing a melee champion, red buff is basically the kryptonite to existence for every other champion. This buff slow is beyond unbalanced. And now take a good look, I'm constantly looking what's happening, and then I'm going. Like, if my teammate dies, it's unfortunate, but I want my red buff first here because I couldn't have known earlier what was happening. And apparently I got spotted, or she is just very careful. But yeah, we can now use the next trick. As we're here, we know the enemy jungle camp respawner, and this is something many people don't do. Many people would just run straight here, and then obviously the enemy has enough time to respond and just walk away. Like the moment he sees us and he sees us here, you can just say, nah, I don't care anymore, and then the enemy also doesn't come. So what about just waiting in this brush and using our teammate as the living bait? As you see, we chill here, the Lee Sin comes around the corner. The Lee Sin is the most mobile champion. We know for a fact Annie doesn't have flash because we were the ones taking it away from her, so we just kill the Annie. We make sure we hit our ultimate ability, we go for a quick combo, we dodge the stun, we kill them both. It's easy. Now we can walk after the Fiora. We also know that the enemy blue buff is available and we can just bully her a little bit. This here is a gamble that if the Fiora wants to come, okay, is fine, but we should be okay. We are still not using our third ability because of her riposte. We keep it as long as possible and then we use our jump. With the jump done and the lovely Soraka ult being as broken as it is, we basically peace out and we don't die to Ignite. Bless the heavens. A relatively risky play, which cost the Fiora a lot of gold and minions for protecting it. Protecting the blue buff. In this game, you usually think about going for Prophet's Pendant because you have sudden impact, so you have more pen with the boots in combination. Now after this you can debate going for example, Rabadon Staff Cap, right? To have more AP. But very important is getting sudden impact, Prophet's Pendant, as well as the Boots of Mana. With this you have basically 30 free pen and deal true damage or nearly true damage to a lot of champions. At this point, this early on. Without ultimate available, there's little I can do to the enemy bot lane, so I just take the chance and start the dragon here. With all the info I have, I can maybe hope for them to overextend, and then I go for the kill. Make sure to clear the vision here, and then space away and don't play for any kind of risky things. Just wait patiently, go for the fish, get the free kill, and kill the enemy carry. Because your champion deals a bucket load of damage. As I said, the magic pen is very powerful and you get everything for free. And I don't know why they're trying to contest this because they really shouldn't. They got everything for free, in the sense of they got the Herald. So why are they trying to go for more? This is something like a key mistake many people keep on doing. If you already won, don't throw away your lead by going for more that is not necessary. Like, you already lost your objective on the other side of the map, so don't go for it. As well as the Fiora. Like, take a look. Like, she's trading brutally, and if I can get close enough, I can just kill her. And if she doesn't have flash, she dies. Yeah. And, like, she knew I was here. And now I'm basically camping. Like, I don't need to go base because I got the building from Ornn, and he is now forcing the Fiora to use her second ability. And if that happens, I can just kill her. She doesn't even use it. She doesn't even use it. And I'm still patient. I'm still patient. And now look. So, many of people would be like, I need to go. She's low HP, right? But she didn't use her second ability. So why would I use all my abilities to do something? How about I just walk up and she gets threatened? Like, look, I just do nothing. Because I'm getting so close that she has no way to respond fast enough, so she's forced to gamble. But if I know about this, I can just not cast anything and kill her after her failed gamble and win it for free. And you're gonna. Use my E to reset turret aggro and I'm out. Now take a good look at the Lee Sin. I hide again, and if the Lee Sin overchases, I get a free kill as well. But I can't go too deep, I have to wait, and then it's a free pickup. Goodbye, Mr. Lee Sin, was nice knowing you. Just use your surroundings to your advantage and play the game. Also, we got a buff refresh, so we know his blue buff isn't available. Back to our beloved jungle clearing, you know? My favorite. We have Rabadon now, so now we're this fat, so we can go for a Lich Bane. Etherwisp is very broken, but in this case, because we have Sheen, we go for Sheen. Etherwisp is really good though, because of the movement speed it provides us, and our Ornn is an absolute demon goat. Like, look at him. I even ping him to put some positive emphasis on his ability. Like, he just completely stomped him. But sadly, there's a Lee Sin champion. But yeah, we had no business being on this side of the map because there's too much gold. And now we can... Now the thing is, what needs to happen is we need to place vision down here. And we need to play around this. We place the control ward in this brush. And if there's no ward in here, we need to kill somebody. Because if we are on vision and the shark comes up, and we don't respect this, Samira can just W the shark and we lose most of the damage. And then if we jump in, the Soraka just silences beneath her. And if that happens, we are basically caught with our pants down, which is very bad. So yeah, we basically follow the lines of we take away the enemy vision. If the enemy then has no vision here, we can play for this. If the Soraka walks too close, like here, we can one-tap her with this, and then finish this up with this. And worst case, we flash away if it's really required. But yeah, we need to follow a procedure here. Sadly, there was a ward here, so they now know somebody is here. So yeah, there's nothing to achieve. We can basically just look at them funny and do nothing because it's not worth. Like, look, we can maybe get one kill, but it's very risky. But if we can also get 2 jungle camps and take a look at the gold, 154, and this one is also like a bazillion gold, right? So we basically got the kill gold in jungle camps anyway. We let it die to this. Yeah, we got more than enough gold. Many people, for some reason, choose to go for kills when farming is just so more efficient because at certain stages of the game, kills are only kills. They don't grant you anything more than just kills. Yeah, we are a funny champion. Keep in mind, you don't want to use your full burst onto the Fiora. If you're really aware, you can just use your first ability without using your second ability. And yeah, here I'm just taking the enemy jungle camps. I know the Fiora isn't there, the Ornn is here to assist me, worst case scenario. And I can go through flanking position. I can just buy the fully completed Lich Bane, and here it's just a free kill. Like currently the Samira was focusing on this, now the Samira will be focusing on this, so I will not be, she will not be aware of my existence, right? Like, also took the enemy jungle camp, and it's very unlikely that this is warded. So now I'm using Fog of War to hit this ult onto her and then one-tap her. And then I go for the Soraka afterwards. I miss my spell because she's just a speed demon, but yeah, at this point it doesn't even matter anymore. She has to flash away, and now I have to play it slow. This Tibas here is a big problem. This stun here is a very big problem. So I need to wait for her to walk close enough, or her to walk close enough, to Q through her and then flash away so I can live. Otherwise, I might die, and that's not worth it. And goodbye. I'm out. Because I don't want to take the chances. I'm worth quite a lot of money, and there's jungle camps. Now going back to my jungle camps, looking at what's happening, playing max range, and he doesn't have Tibas, but she has stun, so I can't just walk up. I have to play very slow. I have to look at the fight. I need to look at its Annie use stun. I go for the easiest target available. The Annie will say goodbye. Boop. And she's gone, because my champion is balanced. Oh, Kai'Sa, mod check. Again, I'm approaching this fight from an angle where I'm not visible constantly. I get kicked away here, or I'm not getting kicked away, god bless. We collect this blue buff, Q Smite, freely secured, and then we should bounce. We die because now we got kicked. Lee Sin is a lovely champion. Luckily, the Lee Sin got the shutdown and nobody relevant. Well, to be fair, Lee Sin is relevant after all. Painful. But now we're Gigafed. The enemy didn't appear to buy any MR, so we have Lich Bane completion. Now we can think about going for Infinity Orb. But again, this play was completely pointless and didn't serve any purpose, and basically just slowed my wound percentage. Because I got emotionally carried away by my teammates doing something and I wanted to be part of it. And here again, Fiora uses parry, goodbye, you're one-shot. Like, she's just dead now. Nah, there's just no hope for her. Like, we have Infinity Orb, we have Lich Bane, we have Rabadon, we are absolutely demonic. After this, we can debate going for Void Staff, or we can even go for Awakened Soul Stealer to have more cooldowns. And yeah. With this done, since we're already on this side of the map, we basically collect the side lane gold, make sure this wave is pushing, and then we approach the fight from another angle. Patience is key here. We hit our spell, we jump in onto the Soraka, Soraka uses stasis, and we bounce. We just run away. Like, the fight is over for us, we got everything we could get, and now we basically wait for another set of cooldowns. We can't do anything without another set of cooldowns. So we have to play max range and around the fight. So we see Annie doesn't have stun. So this is a free kill on the Soraka. And she even gets soaked. Yeet! Avoid this. The Fiora didn't get a reset on her Q because we dodged it. Now we Q towards the Samira. Maybe we can get another kill. Oh, she dies beforehand, and it's absolutely free. Something very cool you can do against Fiora is using your third ability to dodge this, and since Fiora used parry again, she's a free kill. We just donk onto her forehead, she flashes away, we got everything we wanted again, and now we pillage the enemy jungle. We pillage the enemy jungle, we have another wave onto bot lane that can be picked up. We basically walk into range, so the Caitlyn gets it, we get some XP, but we're not experienced anymore, and we are rich again. There's not much to do, so we go back to our jungle camps. Our teammate is having some issues on the mid lane, enjoying himself a little bit too much, but yeah. Farming, play, farming, play. Constant action. You're basically never AFK and you're constantly doing something to get more gold into your pocket. And with more gold into your pocket, you can basically do whatever you want. So now, what comes into mind is, what can I do here? Is there anything I should participate in? Do I believe there's something happening here? I choose no, because I don't mind what is happening there. I don't want to be part of this. It's not necessary for me. If I happen to die, they'll get Nasher. And there's another idea in my head that is just coming to my mind. It's going for Riftmaker. Unironically, going for Riftmaker, so I have some form of sustain. It's not about the bonus damage, it's just the extra sustain which allows me to stay on the map longer. And it's not really a damage upgrade, it's actually a damage downgrade, but it helps me to sustain a little bit and going for the backlight instantly. Like spotting the enemy again. Look at the relevant targets here. Which target is already dead? Like, this target is already done for, right? So I don't have to care about this target anymore, because if I reach these targets here, this target will also be done for. So I go for the flash play since I have it available, go for it, instantly hop in, double kill them, and then I turn around and walk towards Samira, which is already dead at that point. Now we ping the Nasher instantly while our Kai'Sa is pressuring the map, so the Fiora is not allowed to push this here, so the Fiora needs to deal with this, and if she doesn't deal with this, she has to come here, which she can't. So the only available play for the Fiora is to go here while we get this for free. Lovely, isn't it? We get the tower, Kai'Sa even gets to survive. It's wonderful. We take a look into the enemy jungle to see if blue buff is there, we take away the blue buff, and then we debate a recall. Or we can stay on the map with the last on-craft we have. We use the on-craft, we buy stasis, the Snitch Poro is here again. Our team is not in position, so we have to be careful. Our on wants to go all in. So we're like, that doesn't look too good, so we just simply don't. This is a mistake, by the way, because Samira could W this. But if as I hit it, I realized this, but I dash through the Lee Sin, so the Lee Sin doesn't kick me into the enemy. So I'm behind him, so he has to kick the Ornn. And now look at the fight. I have to wait again, have to be patient. Looking at the fight here, Annie is about to use Tibbers. Like, you see the clear intent, right? So what can I do here? He's jumping on me, she wants to Tibbers on me, so I just do this. I jump onto her and instantly Zhonya's. If I don't do this, I might get one-tapped. As expected, now we dash through the Tibbers, we walk away, we reset the fight, we wait for cooldowns again. And we wait for our next rotation. And he gets hooked by the God Crank, and it's just too easy for the God Crank. The Fiora is dancing with us, but again, we don't fully commit, we look for the isolated targets on the side, and we're playing it slow. We are the ones winning. I don't have to go in and die because I don't have any way of getting out. Like, I just look, and I just walk up, back and forth. Did you see that the Fiora, the Soraka just used silence, and if I walked in, I'd probably just die? So now we just get the free pickup on her, we just play it slow and controlled, get then the other tower on the map, and we just play max range around our cooldowns, and again, making it look easy, even though it's technically hard, but as long as you don't do anything stupid, life can be wonderful in WildRift, and even if you do it perfectly, you still lose sometimes, because, well, it's WildRift after all. But yeah, patience, being effective, and not trolling yourself for whatever reason. And that's it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and come back for more. See you soon.